All right. So this is the blind leading the blind leading the blind. Louis is the only one here that has any sense of technological innovation. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Well, that's for sure.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
For
People
what?
people want to know, who are these people?
Well, give me a chance.
hey,
I was going to say welcome to. I was going to say welcome to the Great American Collectible Show. Right now. Welcome to the Sicilian Corner podcast. My name is Tom Zappala. My big brother is underneath. See, that's the way you belong underneath me. I'm liking
Thank
that.
you, brother. I appreciate
My
that.
brother Al Zappala is in
There we
Sicily.
go.
My partner, Red Sox Hall of Famer Rico Petrocelli, is in Sarasota, Florida. I'm on the East Coast of Florida, and Louis Boy is manning everything in beautiful Methuen, Mass. Louis, how are you? First of all, man.
I'm in Hoth. I'm just sitting here in all the ice and snow.
No, it's something. Some of us have to do that, and we appreciate it. But I got to tell you something, Louis. This is the first time that you, me, and Rico have worked together in a couple of years, right?
It's been a long time. Yeah.
We had a few good laughs.
Yes, we did. We had a good time with Great American Collectible Show.
We did. Albie boy, how you doing?
Want to say, can I say what? I want to say one thing, Tommy. I want to wish Mike Lamazzo well.
Yeah.
And thanking him for the opportunity to have this worldwide audience here. And I hope he feels better.
Mike's back. How do I describe? Remember the Three Stooges? Remember the racehorse in the Three Stooges? The one that they owned, and his back went like
Rico.
Looked like that's Lamazzo's back. That's Lamazzo's back.
Oh.
Mike said to me this morning. I said, "What's the matter?" He says to me, "Tommy, I never realized how gray my beard is because he hasn't shaved in 5 days."
Oh, the poor guy. There's nothing worse than a back pain.
I know.
Except having a brother where it's a pain. There's nothing worse than a back pain, except when you have my brother Tommy, because that's a pain in the ass. I could say that, right?
All right, listen, we're going to be all over the place. We're going to be all over the place today. Anything goes. We're going to talk a little baseball. We're going to talk what's going. Al, why don't you tell us first? What's going on with Aetna? Aetna's kind of acting up again, huh?
Yeah, we had. It was kind of interesting this time. We actually had a big 30-foot high. If you can imagine that, 30-foot high lava flow. It stopped this morning. It was advancing about 10 meters a day, roughly 35, 40 feet. And it actually hit the tree line, and a bunch of trees burned. I mean, but here's the thing, okay? Right around where Etna and the lava was coming down, all around it, people were skiing. Thousands of people have gone up to Mount Etna to ski around the lava, because right now there's a good chunk of snow there. It's skiing for another couple more weeks. You can ski up there. And it's really an awesome sight to see that. Thousands of people yesterday were just gawking, maybe 200 yards away from the lava flow itself. Could you imagine that?
That's crazy, isn't it? I mean,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you what. It throws ash. Okay, when the first thing that happens is the ash comes up, and sometimes it interferes with the Catania airport. For me, it's even worse because the ash settles on my two decks, on the roof and the two decks, and it blocks up all the pipes, the drainage pipes.
Oh,
and that's what causes backloggage. So if you, in the house, when the walls get wet, I say, we got to go upstairs and clean the ash. So it's a little bit different living here in Sicily, the kind of like the trade-off between living in an island paradise, which Esther and I do, and a natural phenomenon like Mount Etna, in my view. That's just my own opinion. There you go. So you could
pretty cool.
Nice shots
pretty cool picks. Pretty cool picks. Very.
Isn't those ashes, and if you breathe it in, I mean, it's pretty dangerous, isn't it? I don't know what because.
Well, see, here's the thing, okay? The lava from Etna is not like the one you saw in that movie Volcano, where it just comes, gushing down the street. It's what they call a slow roll. It's a slow rolling lava. And it's also Etna, it's the largest volcano in Europe. It's the most active volcano in Europe. It's 65,000 years old, so it's the youngest volcano in Europe. And it's got but it's also the most studied and monitored volcano in all of Europe because it's constantly in a state of eruption. So what happens is the top is blown off. Okay, the little top is blown off. So when we have eruptions, they're on side holes that are releasing the pressure of the entire volcano. Period.
Jeez.
Now,
Look
off
at
the
that.
coast of
Wow.
Greece, they had an earthquake about 2 weeks ago. And as soon as you have an earthquake, any place within 500 miles, 700 miles of Etna, it goes through the sea, and then Etna and the other volcano was called Volcano. It's off the coast of the north part of Sicily. That one goes off too. So, what are you going to do?
Pretty
There's nothing you
interesting.
can
Hey,
do.
it's really good to start the show with such good news.
So Rico's in the house. Al's in the house. Hey, Rick, congratulations to you too, because this is the 50th anniversary of the 1975 World Series, and you're going to be at Fenway a couple of times. Isn't there an event? Aren't they flying you home for a little while?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I know. They're flying you home. When? Beginning of
Well, it's opening day, Red Sox opening day, April 4th. They're going to, on the 3rd, we're having a dinner, with everybody. And then the next day, I don't know how they're going to work if they're going to call us out. I hope they don't call us out to our positions because I'm going to need a couple of.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy that used to take the guy from the bullpen? What's the guy?
Right. Yeah, right. That's a good idea. Oh, they don't have that.
But wait a second. Is Elsie going with you?
Well, of course.
Why don't you do me a favor?
No, forget another favor.
She's been with you for 100 years, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell her to stay home, enjoy the sun, and take me with you?
I'll do that. She wants to come because she wants to. We'll see our kids too and grandkids.
All right.
So,
anyways, congrats on the 75th.
Thank you,
Al, Louis. You know how it works. Al, we're open to talk about anything relative to the Red Sox.
I have a subject that I'd like to talk about now that my man Rico Petrocelli here, who, by the way, is probably the most beloved sports figure on the Red Sox. I mean, everybody loves Rico. He was a great position player. And I'll never, let me take you back to, I have a question for you, Rico.
Go ahead. All right.
Back in October of '67,
in
that game against the Minnesota Twins.
Right.
And the pop-up came to you, and you caught that ball. The Impossible Dream Team. How did you feel? And anything happened during that catch as you were running off the field?
Did anything happen? Well, of course, I was.
Actually, tell the story, Rick. Tell the whole story.
No, you can't.
What do you mean you can't? About this thing.
About the hat. Yeah. Okay.
Louis, this is unbelievable.
Well, no, this is. So what? I caught the ball. My Dalton Jones was at third, and we, jumping around, and then I wanted to bring the ball to Jim Lonborg, the pitcher. I mean, he deserved it. He had a Cy Young Award year. And people, though, had him on their shoulders, and they were taking him out to right field. So I kind of held up. I was going to give it to him in the clubhouse. But on my way to him, I wanted to keep something. For some reason, I wanted to keep my hat, and so I had this hand. The ball was in the glove. Yeah, I had such a tight grip on my head. I got holes in it. Yeah, so I'm just about getting close to the Lombard. All of a sudden, for a second, I just kind of lifted it a little bit, and bang, somebody took it. Boom, and he ran. Young guy.
Stop. Can I pick up the story?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so now we're going to fast forward. Louis, have you heard this one?
No, I haven't.
All right, so now we are going to fast forward 50 years. About a year ago, I get a call from Spatafora, and from the Italian American Sports Hall of Fame because they have their induction ceremony. So he says, look, and make sure that you and Ellen and Rico and Elsie come. We're going to have an induction, dinner, all that stuff, which we've gone a couple of times. They were inducting Tom DiBenedetto, a minority owner of the Red Sox and one of the VPs. So Rico and Elsie, I call Rico up. I says, Rico, we can't go. Ellen and I have another engagement. I think we had a family thing going on. I said, you and Elsie go enjoy yourself. So Rico and Elsie go, and they have a nice dinner, beautiful dinner. They have the induction. They induct Tom DiBenedetto into the Italian American Sports Hall of Fame. After the dinner, DiBenedetto, however you pronounce his name.
DiBenedetto
Walks up to Rico, Louis, and says,
he's on the podium. He was speaking.
He's on, and he says, I have something for you, Rico.
Yeah, okay. He called me up.
Hands Rico the hat. He was the 17-year-old punk that stole the hat off of Rico's head in 1967. And now he's a minority owner of the Red Sox.
Oh man! Well, he made it good. He made it good.
He gave me the hat. Me the hat, and I went to saw him during those years, and he told me one time, he says, I'm the guy that got the hat. I said, you're full of baloney. I didn't even think about it, and I didn't. There's no way Tom did.
I remember we called Channel 5.
Yeah.
They came to Rico's house to do the story for the news. It was pretty cool.
It was
pretty
nice.
Cool. Louis, ask some questions here, man. Come on.
Story.
Well, no,
Rico, what do we do with a reticent ball player who doesn't want to change positions?
There we go.
Yeah, I read that.
Well, did you see Mike?
Now you went voluntarily, right? You changed positions.
Yeah, they called me. It says, "Look, they were trying to get Santa from the Cubs. They weren't going to let him go, so they couldn't get a shortstop. A third baseman to keep me at short. So Eddie Casco, they were at the meetings, and he called me up and says, "Look, we can't get a third baseman to keep you at short. We have an opportunity to get Louis Aparicio for a few years. Would you move over to third?" Of course. Yeah, Louis, especially Aparicio, he was a Hall of Famer. And so I said, no problems. I'm playing. I'm in the lineup, so big deal. And that was it. That's it. I know Devers, he doesn't want to move, right, to first base. Bregman, I tell you, they should convince him to move there because Bregman is a hell of a player.
Yeah.
I'm glad they got him. He's got a few years left in him.
Well, actually, they weren't going to move. They were not going to move. I don't think the plan was to move Devers to first, but to DH him.
DH, whatever. Yeah, get him off the field. No.
Yeah, and then
Can I ask you guys a question?
Wait a minute, Louis. Go ahead, Lou, and then Al. Go ahead, Lou.
Then you sign Vlad next year, and you get rid of Casas, and you put Devers.
I agree, Louis. I think Casas is very overrated. I could be wrong, but he's been there 3 years now, and to me, he hasn't been that impressive.
Louis, last year he was raving about Casas.
That's a lie.
Raving. How good. You're full of baloney.
That's a lie.
Your brother knows. Look at your nose is going like Pinocchio.
Al, what's your question?
It isn't necessarily a
Tommy,
statement.
but Louis and Tommy, I think I'd like to have both Louis and Tommy answer this question if you don't mind. Isn't there precedent, though, for a ball player not wanting to move his position? I think it happened with the Yankees, and it was either Jeter or A-Rod refused to move his position with the Yankees, and after a stellar career there as well.
I think it was A-Rod, but I think that's happened a couple. Yeah, it was Jeter.
Yeah, right. Jeter. They were going to move him. A-Rod was okay with third base, but
the thing that I'm concerned about, the only thing that I'm concerned about Rafi is one thing. I saw some pictures of him, and he's now like 240 pounds. I hope he isn't going to be like that guy, Pablo Sandel, whatever his name, the Giants guy that came over here, signs a huge contract, and basically eats his way out of the lineup. That's what I'm worried about.
Louis, quick question for you. Should I use the clock that's on the screen?
You can use the clock that's on the screen, yeah.
Okay. All right, listen, Al's in the house, Rico's in the house, Louis in the house, Tommy's in the house. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little more baseball and then a lot more baseball. And then I want to talk about some of the great Italian players that have ever played the game. Hang in there. We will be right back.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
When you dine at Ristorante Melisse in Amesbury, Massachusetts, you feel at home while enjoying an authentic Italian dining experience not to be forgotten. From the appetizer to dessert, you won't regret your choice. Bring your cravings and appetites. They promise you won't leave hungry or without leftovers for the next day. Takeout and catering are also available. Give them a call or visit them online for the menu, online ordering, and reservations. RistoranteMelisse.com. That's RistoranteMolise.com or call 978-388-4844. Ristorante Melisse, where you're treated like family. Legacy Care Law Firm provides estate planning and elder law services to people in the greater Merrimack Valley and southern New Hampshire areas with offices in North Andover and Woburn, Massachusetts, as well as Nashua and Salem, New Hampshire. Discussing family and financial matters with an attorney can be intimidating, but our goal is to help you prepare for the future as you preserve your legacy. We help clients qualify for government medical benefits and ensure their estates are preserved for their families so they don't need to worry about their estate being wiped out by high nursing home expenses. Legacy Care Law Firm attorneys are here to support your journey toward a more secure financial future.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This is Cindy.
And Mike Kunstler,
Owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
he is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection.
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
And buttery, tender, lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
Okay, we are back with Rico Petrocelli, Al Zappala, Lou Blasi, myself, Tom Zappala. Hey, Rico, you know something? I don't know if you saw that Catadella funeral parlor, but when you check out, you should really consider them.
That's too far away. I can't walk that far.
Can't walk the shortstop.
You don't have to walk. We'll carry you there.
I'm going
listen.
to.
Where
Go
you
ahead,
going?
go ahead.
No, I want to know where you're going.
I'm going to Forest Lawn. No, Peabody. I'm all set. So.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, West
Yeah.
Peabody. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like being buried in Peabody.
That's the first place we went to when I came to Boston.
All right, listen, Al. I'm going to throw this out to you first. 3 all-time
Go ahead.
greatest Italian baseball players. Top 3.
God.
Well, the first one is Joe DiMaggio, who was.
We know
his
who he is.
family
Just
was
tell us the
right
name.
From Sicily.
We don't need the
in
stats.
a beautiful place called the Isola della Femmina,
Was he
which
really?
we've done a story on him. Yeah, in Sicily. And he even has a Joe DiMaggio museum here. So for me,
Wait.
DiMaggio's number one.
Yeah, hold on. Are there any Joe DiMaggio baseball cards in Sicily?
I don't
There
know,
must
Tom,
be.
but I'll tell you this, is that particular town, the town is known for 2 things. The first thing is the DiMaggio Museum. And the
Yeah.
second thing is the best damn cannoli you ever had in your life.
Okay.
The thing
All right,
is
so
about this
DiMaggio.
big, just loaded. Yeah. So Isola
DiMaggio
della
first.
Femmina. So when you come
All
to
right.
Sicily, go there. That's one.
You-
Number
Number
2, my opinion, Yogi Berra. I think Yogi Berra was the quintessential catcher. He was MVP a bunch of times. He was a world champion a bunch of times. So I would have to say Yogi. And then number 3 is a guy by the name of Mike Piazza, who was very instrumental in elevating Italian baseball in Italy. He ran and owned a team in Italy for years. Mike Piazza. He was a very committed, baseball guy here in Italy. And as a result, a team from Sicily known as the Paterno Red Sox have the same colors, letters, etc., hats and everything as the Boston Red Sox. They have been recently 2 or 3 times in a row the Italian national champions. So baseball is an up-and-coming sport. Of course, soccer is number 1, and all these outdoor sports like rugby and swimming and tennis. I mean, there's so many sports here because the weather's so beautiful. But baseball is very, very good for me here. Those are my top 3, Tommy.
Rico, your top 3.
I don't want to give them.
You have no choice.
No, wait a minute. Well, of course, yeah. Joe D. Berra, yeah, absolutely. But you have other guys. Now, I got a list here, actually, because I did a thing on a book when I was with Sirius XM. We had a guy who had all Italian players. And Tony Lazzari, was a great player.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and but just to give you an idea, how about Sal Bando, Craig Biggio? That's Joe Torre, Phil Rizzuto, Ron Santo, Magli, Sal Magli, Terry Francona, the father, who I played against, and Mr. Tommy Lasorda. Again, not necessarily play the greatest, but I'm just telling you that, just some of them. That,
Wait a minute. What about Sibby Sisti?
Sibby Sisti? Yeah, right. He's real good. No, he's good. But I'm trying to let's see who else. Vic Raschi for the Yankees back in the day.
There's one guy that you have left out, and I'm shocked that you.
Wait a sec. I'm shocked, huh? You mean
I'm
you're
shocked? I'm serious.
I mean, listen. Huh?
Your mentor.
Oh, Frank Malzone. Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, those are some of the players. There's probably more,
Louis, what do you think?
Okay, I can't expand on the greatest players, but my favorites, number one, Tony Casas.
Tony C.
No. Two, Rico, clearly, number two, behind Tristan Casas. Number three, Tony C. I want to ask you about Tony C because I love Tony C. He was my first favorite ball player.
Great player.
And give us perspective. How good was he? Because we have legend, and there's not much to go on for his track record, obviously. The guy hit 36 homers in Anaheim with one eye, for crying out loud. Yeah, how good was Tony C?
Good.
Well, he was a fearless hitter. I mean, that's why he got hit so much. And I thought he had a little blind spot off the plate, inside, but because a lot of times he didn't move, and then he got hit in the eye. But as a hitter and with the DH, Lou, he could have still been playing.
Yeah,
he was definitely he was a home run hitter. He had the home run swing, fly ball deep to any field, great power. Fielder, base runner, kind of in the middle, not great, not bad, but he could hit. And I'm telling you, I know he would have hit 500 plus home runs.
Rick, I know we've talked about it a zillion times on the show, but I'd like for Al and the Sicilian Corner listeners, can you walk us through the day he got hit? You were on deck, correct?
Yeah.
Can you
right.
walk us through that?
Yeah, we're playing the Angels. And night game, and Tony. I mean, he was just a terrific hitter. So I don't know what was it. I even forgot the pitcher's name. But anyway, so I'm on deck, and I can see,
No,
side,
it was who was it?
Was it Lambert?
No,
I can't remember.
No, I can't. Somebody will maybe call in or something. But anyway. So first pitch of the ball, next pitch is up, right? I could see it on the the side view, and it's coming towards his head, and I didn't know if it was over the plate, outside, or in. Well, it hit him right here, right this bone here, shattered his jaw. I don't know how many places. Then he went down. And I rushed to him. I thought he was either, his life was on the line or he was going to lose the eye. It looked like he hit the eye, right smack in the eyeball. But anyway, so you see that picture. I went there. He kind of turned around after that, and I loosened his belt. I didn't know what to do. Then our team doctor came out, and Buddy LaRue is the trainer. He came out. And we put him on and took him out into the clubhouse, then to the hospital. And so it was terrible. It really was. I mean, I've seen guys get hit. I've gotten hit in the head.
Rico, I know Tony was probably your best friend on the team. What happened after? Did you go to the hospital or see him the next day? Did you visit him?
Yeah, they wouldn't let anybody in that night. I tried to get in that night, and they wouldn't do it. I don't know. And then the next day, went there, and he was out of it.
You know,
Thank you, Andy. Jack Hamilton.
You know what?
Jack Hamilton.
Jack Hamilton. That's
Hamilton, right?
Right.
But that was the greatest comeback in, I think, baseball history. I mean, unbelievable. This guy was like almost blind in one eye. He comes back, scar tissue, right? And he starts to see better. And he goes to spring training. Billy Wagner was there. He was one of our minor league coaches.
Charlie Wagner.
No, Billy.
Oh, all right.
Billy Wagner. He was a utility guy. He was with me at Seattle. But and he's hitting the heck out of the ball. So he says, Billy tells him, why don't you take a shot, with the big, go to the big camp. So he goes and he's hitting the heck out of the ball. And, he comes back. And his first at bat in Baltimore, home run.
It's a home run, yeah.
Oh, man, we went nuts.
Unbelievable.
It just was
I'll tell you what, a tragic story. I still think, and Rick, we've talked about this. I'm not sure you agree with me, but I still think that him getting hit had something to do with him dying early. I really do. I think something happened there that kind of did him in years later. Because how old was he when he passed? Like in his 40s, right?
Yeah, 40s.
Right.
Well, he was going. Billy was taking him to the airport to go to the Caribbean. He was working with a guy who was an agent, and he was going to take a look at this kid, try to sign him, a young kid. And on his way in the tunnel, Tony, because Billy was telling us the story, but he started, and all of a sudden he kind of started gurgling or something, and he, so Billy tried to tried to get through there and then come on in, and it took a while to get to the Mass General, and that's what happened. He lost, the air to his brain,
right, and then he had brain damage.
Like he had cerebral palsy. If you've ever seen
it's awful.
Yeah, and we used to visit him in the hospital all the time, and
thought he could. And then he went into a nursing home after that, correct?
Yeah, and then he actually died of pneumonia.
Yeah.
How big as a Revere kid? How big a star would he have been here in Boston? He'd have owned this town.
Oh man, I'm telling you, he was so good, such a tough hitter, man alive, and he'd hit him to any field, any ballpark.
Made for Fenway, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, he was mostly a pull hitter,
Al, in the North End, many stories, and not coming from Rico, but coming from people like Pam and people that we've met there. When Rico and Tony used to walk down the street in the North End, the chicks would be hanging out the windows. Rico, Tony, is that true, Rico?
Well, yeah, the elderly Italian ladies too. Hey, Rico,
Well,
Tony, hey. I says, oh, geez, this is great.
Rico, the reason that 67 year is so memorable, there's a lot of incidents that happen, but I need to tell you an incident with me and my brother Tommy.
I was going to ask you to talk about that.
My father, Sonny. You never met my father, Sonny. God rest his soul.
No.
He was a degenerate gambler, so to speak. He liked the nags.
Rico knows that.
Okay. And every night he would go out to the corner of Jackson Street and Essex Street and buy 2 Boston Heralds so we can get the racing form for the next day. Okay. And he taught both me and my brother really how to read a box score. So, I mean, honestly, every day I check the box scores for every game. And I don't even read the articles. Just looking at a box score tells you everything that you could think of. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
So, and this was through grammar school and high school, but I'll never forget the day that the Red Sox were playing.
Yeah, we got about a minute.
Okay. And Billy Rowe was pitching that one hitter. And he whacked the ball. And Yastrzemski makes that catch, right, to save the no-hitter.
That
My brother and I, we were screaming like banshees.
Where were we,
Okay?
Al? We was driving in a car down 93.
Right.
We were in the
Right.
car, and you almost got us killed because we were coming back from school, from Austin Prep, and you drove off into whatever the hell, the breakdown lane, and then you swerved back in, and you almost got us killed.
Well, besides me doing that, the most ironic thing of the whole year, okay, was that Raw's no-hitter got broken up by a banjo hitter, and that by that time who was hitting like 132 or something, a catcher by the name of Elston Howard, who ended up going to the Red Sox. Am I correct, Tommy? And
Ask
Rico. He was the catcher there, right? Elston Howard.
Hey, are you kidding me? He was a hell of a catcher.
Yeah, but when he was with the Red Sox,
he really helped you guys in the second half. He was a big help.
So he got big hits too for us.
Yeah. All right, listen, we're going to take a break.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rico's in the house. Louis in the house. We got four of us trying to fill in the big shoes of big Mikey Lamazzo, who we miss. I talked to Mikey today, folks. He is doing better. You know what it is, really? I'm going to be honest with you. He had a giant hickey on his neck, and he just wanted to keep it covered, but he'll be fine. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, Tommy, can I speak to Louis? Can I speak to Tommy?
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Sisters and co-owners Antoinetta and Elisa brought their family authentic Italian recipes from Molise, Italy, and a warm and welcoming dining experience to its customers at Ristorante Molise. The combination of their meals made from natural, homemade, fresh ingredients, and your time with family and friends together at dinner time is unmatched. Located in Market Square in the heart of Amesbury, they're open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday from 3 to 9 p.m. and are available for private parties during off hours. For reservations, call them at 978-388-4844. That's 978-388-4844. Legacy Care Law Firm provides estate planning and elder law services to people in the greater Merrimack Valley and southern New Hampshire areas with offices in North Andover and Woburn, Massachusetts, as well as Nashua and Salem, New Hampshire. Discussing family and financial matters with an attorney can be intimidating, but our goal is to help you prepare for the future as you preserve your legacy. We help clients qualify for government medical benefits and ensure their estates are preserved for their families so they don't need to worry about their estate being wiped out by high nursing home expenses. Legacy Care Law Firm attorneys are here to support your journey toward a more secure financial future.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Orthopedics Northeast and Essex Orthopedics have joined forces as Mobility Bone and Joint Institute to bring improved access and outstanding medical care. While our name has changed, our dedication to exceptional care remains the same as it has for the past 30 years. Same location, 16 Pelham Road, Salem, New Hampshire.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler.
owners and operators of Four Oaks Country Club and Grazie Italian Restaurant in Drake, Massachusetts.
Grazie Italian Restaurant is the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
Why is that?
We have an incredible chef, Oscar Figueroa.
In the words of local famous chef and restaurant owner Lydia Shire,
Oscar thrives on hard work.
he is capable and gifted.
No one makes better food. Scallops, seared to perfection,
House-made ravioli with farm-fresh local corn.
and buttery tender lazy man's lobster, just to name a few.
You have to come experience Grazie Italian Restaurant for yourself.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club, 80 Meadow Creek Drive in Drake, Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon.
Okay, we are back. Al's in the house. Rico's in the house. Louie's in the house. Hey, Al, a couple of events coming up. Why don't you tell us, Al, did you change your hat? Did you put a hat on?
Well, the reason I changed my hat because it says You, Me, and Sicily, which is our programming that we have at www.youmeandsicily.com. We've been doing it for the last 10 years. And, whoops, are you there, Tom?
Yeah, but we can't hear
Yeah,
you.
your
honey.
volume just dropped.
Your volume just dropped, Al.
All right, hold on.
No,
Yeah,
no,
let me
now
see-
you're
let me
good.
get
Now
it.
you're good.
Okay.
I think he froze, though, Lou.
May have.
Yeah, Al, you look dead. Yeah, I think we lost him.
There you go.
Here he is.
No, we
Okay.
got a lightning strike over here, but fortunately I'm okay. It went right through the ring over here. But,
Just go ahead and continue.
it
please.
missed me. Anyways, we have for the last 10 years we've produced almost 575 videos on Sicily. So if you have a chance, you need to watch our videos on www.youmeandsicily.com or on YouTube, which is really where you want to go. But the reason we have the hat on, Tom, is because on April the 17th at 4 o'clock from 4 to 7, I'm going to be making an appearance, and I'm hoping to grab you, by the way, at Salvatore's Restaurant, located at the Riverwalk in Lawrence, Massachusetts, to benefit the Sicilian Project. The Sicilian Project, as you know, or I hope you know, is our nonprofit organization here in Sicily, where we train or introduce the English language to Sicilian children for free, okay? Since we started 13 years ago, we have almost 1,900 students that we've introduced English as a second language absolutely for free. So we're having a fundraiser down there. It's $30 to get in, but Mike Agricola, the owner, has put on a good spread for us and gave us a nice discount. And if you go to www.youmeandsicily.com and make a $50 donation, then two things will happen. Number one, we're going to enroll you on our 60/40 raffle. You'll get a number in return, entry number. And number two, just show the ticket and you get in for free to our event. So it's going to be a good event. I'm expecting. Yeah, I mean, any event that my brother Tommy goes to is usually a smash. As Rico
Well,
can
you know
attest to.
something. It's going to be 2 days. It's going to be 2 days after I get home from Florida. So
I only need you for 3 hours.
I'll
Okay,
be
so
there
you're going to come.
I'll be there with no tan lines. Trust me. All right, now on events, Rico, we have one coming up since we can mention ours. On March 8th, Rico and I are going to be at the Villages in beautiful Orlando.
Oh boy!
Yeah, we're doing an event with the Villages Red Sox Nation. They're about 1,000 strong, and the Villages Card Collectors Club, and we're going to be appearing there with Michael Osaki from PSA. Michael will be doing some authentication, and Tom Ruggie from Destiny Family Wealth. Tom is a avid, huge collector, and he'll talk to people about how to preserve their collections, their card and memorabilia collections, and all of that good stuff. So we're going to have some fun. There'll be a Q&A with Rico. Rico spins some great stories about his playing days. Rick, you kill me. You absolutely kill me. Rico does the best George Scott and Louis Tian impersonations that you ever saw. Fantastic. And there was something else. Rick, what else are we doing? Oh,
wait a minute. I have a question about this event, Tom.
Yeah.
Are you or is Rico going to bring the pom-poms that you put on the golf carts as you drive around the
villages? No.
You mean the 10 million golf carts that they have there?
Yeah, but I understand that if you hang pom-poms off them, different colors denote, different things, that you're available, for example, that you do all these things. I'm just wondering, Tommy, what color pom-poms would you be bringing down?
We're driving with our vehicles, Al, so we're not going to have any golf course cost. There's another event that we're doing that's going to be fun. Lou, you'll get a kick out of this one. A dear friend of ours, of mine and Rico's down here, probably my best friend down here, Tommy Cerrito, is he and another gentleman, they're running a big Italian festival in Wellington, which is about 24 miles from here. It's going to be gigantic. And they asked Rico and I to come down. We're going to do a few things. But Rico is going to be participating in a cannoli filling contest with Lee Mazzilli. What's his first name? Saltalamacchia. And one other person. I can't remember who the other person is.
Cy Young. I think Cy's coming.
Cy Young. I don't know who it is, but my bet is on Mazzilli for the cannoli filling contest.
Why?
What? Because you're slowed down. Admit it, you've slowed down.
Arthritis. All those swings and misses.
That's right. That's exactly.
Hey, Tom, can I make one observation? I'm sitting here and I'm watching Rico Petrocelli, basically a legend in Boston. And then I'm looking at you, who I remember dropping the winning touchdown pass in a championship football game.
Actually, I was going to say something. There's four athletes. There's three athletes
between Rico and your other great dear friend Tony DeMarco, the former world heavyweight champ. You've got a pretty good collection of great Italian-American athletes from Massachusetts. Yeah, let me ask you a question, okay? In your view, other than Red Sox, okay? And Louis, I'd like you to jump in on this. Who else would you, if you had to pick one more famous Italian-American in any sport, okay? Who would you pick?
From Boston?
That played for a Boston team.
Easy.
Okay, so I'd like each one of you guys to hear that.
I say Phil Esposito.
Phil Esposito, yeah.
Absolutely.
Phil Esposito. Yep. Okay, they're not Massachusetts guys, right?
Rico isn't either,
right? They played from
Al Rico isn't either.
Okay, so they played for the Bruins. Okay, and who would you say?
Who?
Rico?
You.
Me?
Yeah, Rico. Who would you say? Greatest athlete. Okay. How about greatest athlete? Guys that you guys would say Esposito, huh?
I mean,
How about Matt or Brad Kachuk?
Ted
Right
Williams.
about now, I'm into them.
Who?
Matt and Brad Kachuk.
Their real
Oh,
name
come
is
on.
no.
What
Hold on. Their
about-
real name
let me ask you.
Kachukanelli.
Seriously? Let me just throw out
How
two
about
names for you
what's
guys
his
to
name?
mull it
The kid.
over.
Wait a minute. The kid
Hold
played
on.
on the 1980 team.
Mike
Eruzione?
Eruzione?
Mike Eruzione.
Mike
Eruzione? Okay.
I hope Phil
What about-
Castanetti. Wait, Al, hold on. You're going ahead of yourself. Slow down, big guy.
All right.
I hope Phil.
Yeah.
Oh, what a rough brother he is.
I hope Phil Castanetti is watching this because Phil Castanetti and Mike Eruzione are mortal enemies. And I talked to Phil.
Really?
Oh my God, Rico, you know the backstory, right? But there's a backstory there. And Tommy Cerrito, when we did a fundraiser last year down here, Tommy Cerrito bid on a Mike Eruzione beautiful poster, Miracle on Ice, that is going to get signed for Tommy. And the owner of the restaurant, who's Italian, he's a Boston kid, was going to give it to Eruzione to sign. But from what I understand, Phil wants it so he can light it on fire on Facebook.
God.
On Facebook.
All right, I was going to say this before that story. Mike Eruzione might be the most overrated athlete ever.
Absolutely couldn't agree with you more.
Yep.
He's made a living. He's made a living of a very short span of his athletic career, and he's made a living on doing public speaking. Louis, I couldn't agree with you more. 100%.
Mike's a good guy. I like Mike, but I mean, even
Well,
on that team, he wasn't a big.
Yeah. He wasn't a great player. You're right.
No.
Well,
But-
I mean,
But,
No,
you know,
if I had a vote, I know, Tom, you got to wrap it up, but if I had a vote, I would.
we've got a
the
few
name
minutes.
of
We got
Rocky
about 4
Marciano. Yeah. Okay, Rocky Marciano would come to
Oh, boy,
mind in
forgot
terms of
about
greatness. In greatness.
yeah, I
And
agree.
And there's
with that.
another guy that won the Heisman Trophy, other than Doug Flutie, and played football, and he actually was a punt returner many
He's
years
a friend of
ago
Rico's, I
for the
think, Rico.
Patriots.
Oh, he was in
What
the
was his
Navy?
name?
Joe
He was in the
Bellino.
Navy.
Yes,
Joe
he was.
Bellino. Yeah.
Joe
Yeah, he was
Bellino from
Joe was
Winchester.
a good
Right.
athlete, yeah.
Wait a minute. Didn't
There's
he?
another athlete, right? That he won the freaking Heisman Trophy, right? I
Yeah.
mean, he was unbelievable, that guy. So
Rico, who was
we
the other
are
guy
blessed.
that sat with us? Who was the guy that sat with us at that at one of those Bobby Leo. Wasn't it Bobby Leo, the football
From
player?
Everett, football
I
player.
think, that's I get him
Harvard,
confused.
right?
I don't know. I went to Austin.
Harvard.
Yeah, he went to Harvard. Correct. No, he went to Harvard as well. Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
But,
listen.
Tom,
One
I
thing.
want to thank
Recall
you
from
for.
old timers, huh?
Hold on. We've got about 2.5 minutes left. I want to say
okay.
something about Rico. A lot of people don't know this. He gets really pissed off when I bring it up, and I'm going to bring it up.
Oh,
Rico Petrocelli
yeah.
was actually a better basketball player than he was a baseball player
oh,
growing up. Oh, stop it. Did
No,
you
I
know
don't mind
this,
that because I love basketball too.
Al? Rico and Louis, I think you know this.
Yeah.
Rico Petrocelli made first team all city in New York City, and you turned away scholarships to Duke, Maryland, where else? UCLA?
No, that was football, but yeah, I mean, no, North Carolina State, some of the other teams too in that area.
Right.
But yeah, I love basketball. But,
and then the other thing,
Billy Cunningham was on that team too.
right. And then the
That
other thing
All
is,
City
before we leave, this is hysterical. Rico Petrocelli was it was baseball, Rico, where he got the MVP in the city for baseball, but did not get MVP on his team, right?
Yeah, my coach didn't like me. He gave me two in the back. I was 17. He gave me a plug. He said, "Try this." I took a plug and swallowed the juice. I got so sick.
His coach
what the
gave
hell you doing?
His coach gave the award to somebody else, and Rico gets best team in the city of New York.
In New York.
Man. All right, listen,
That's the way
we're
it
just
is.
about out of time.
Was your coach Irish, Rico? Was he Irish?
He was Irish,
No,
right?
Italian. Russo. Tony Russo.
Oh my God.
All right, listen, we're just about out of time. Al, thanks for hopping in. Rico.
My
thanks for
pleasure.
popping in.
Mike,
Oh,
I
by
love
the
you.
way,
Good to see you. Good to
hey,
see
by,
you,
by the
Lou.
way, for you
Good to
folks
see you
that are
too,
interested,
Rico.
if you guys are interested, check out the Great American Collectibles Show. We're on every Wednesday night at 6:30. Just go on to Facebook, YouTube, any of your favorite platforms. Great American Collectibles Show. Rico and I have been together now for going on 9 years. Louis, can you believe it? It's been
No,
Oh
9
my
years.
God, seriously, huh?
Unbelievable.
Wowza.
Yep.
6 happy months out of the 9.
All right. With that being said,
I'll want to come to Sicily with my wife and friend, couple of
Hey,
friends.
my house is always open to you. There's no question.
Well,
And Lou, that
yeah,
goes
no,
for you
yeah.
as well, huh?
Yeah, I know why.
hey,
Yeah.
That
Louis,
goes for
Louis,
Lou. Okay, I love
Louis,
Lou.
I
Lou's
got-
is one of the
I gotta-
smartest men I know is Lou Blassie.
Louis, I got to
out.
tell you
I may
something.
take you up on that someday.
I got to tell you something, Louis, before we leave.
My house is open, Louis.
Louis, your squeeze she's quite a looker, man.
Yeah, she is.
She is quite a looker. That's all I'm saying.
Stone
That's
cold
great.
blind.
That's great. I'm so happy.
With that being said,
What a fun
Mikey,
group today. Hey,
Yeah,
Mike,
this was
if
fun.
you ever get sick
Thanks,
again,
Lou.
Mike, give me a call. And I would love to
Yeah,
do this
right,
again
Mike.
with you guys.
All
Thank
right,
you so
Mikey
much for
boy.
having me on, Tom. Rico, take care. Louis, as
You
usual,
too.
thank you for your excellent work.
All right, guys. Listen, Mikey,
All right,
we're thinking
thanks.
about you, and to our
Yes.
viewers and listeners. I was going to say happy collecting, but I can't. Ciao. We'll talk to you later.
Ciao. Hey, ho.